In this video, we will be learning the uses of the past simple tense, the past continuous tense, and the past perfect tense. Let's start by looking at the most basic form of the past tense, the past simple. This tense is often formed by adding the suffix ed or d to the base form of a regular verb. You can see this in action in the sentence here. My dad cooked dinner. Note that some verbs, like do, get, go, and have, are irregular verbs, and their past forms are not formed by adding ed or d to them. When do we use the past simple? We use the past simple tense to talk about something that happened in the past, whether a long time ago or simply before the current moment. Besides the past simple tense, there are several other ways to talk about the past. Next, let's take a look at the past continuous tense, which is formed by combining the past form of the verb to be with the ing form of a verb. For example, we can say that the ducks were quacking. When do we use the past continuous tense? While the past simple tense means that at some point in the past an action happened, the past continuous tells us that something was in progress at a certain time in the past. So, the ducks were quacking means that at some point before the present moment, ducks quacked for a period of time. Finally, let's look at the past perfect tense. We form the past perfect tense by combining had and the past participle of a verb. The sentence, Janice had left the party when Anson arrived, shows us how this tense works. When do we use the past perfect? The past perfect is used to describe an action which occurred before another past action. So, the sentence we saw in the previous slide, Janice had left the party when Anson arrived, implies that the speaker is speaking after Anson arrived at the party. The sentence also tells us that at some point in the past, before Anson arrived at the party, and before the current moment, Janice left the party. Using the past perfect tense, we can make it clear which event happened earlier. Now that we have discussed different ways to talk about the past, let's find out where the past tense is used. Although the past tense is used in almost all forms of writing, you will often find it in short stories and biographies. This is because these text types are likely to be recounting events from the past. Let's practice reading. Can you identify the different uses of the past tenses in the following passage? The answers are now on the screen. They are was, started, grew, left, and founded. It wasn't difficult to identify them all, was it? Let's practice listening. Listen to the sentence and decide which event occurred first. Derek took a nap after he had finished his piano practice. The answer is B, finishing piano practice. Now, let's practice writing. Rewrite the underlined parts in the following sentences using the correct tenses. The answers are now on the screen. The first blank can be rewritten as were walking. The second blank can be rewritten as had changed. After writing, let's practice speaking. Answer the following questions out loud in the correct tenses. Question 1. When did you wake up today? Question 2. What were you doing at 9 o'clock this morning? Question 3. What had you done today before watching this video? Name 2 things.